There, there is despair and anger expressed using the poor person's weapon of war, terrorism, by our own high-tech terrorists that will vanish instantly if Western elites stop inventing motives and machines for attacking innocent people. But as the leftist British musician Billy Bragg once sang, war, what is it good for? It is good for business. So what can we do about the present crisis? Well, disarm the world, disarming the world. And we could, like so many people have given solutions, 72 hours, very short solutions. I would say disarm the world for solving financial, environmental, and development crises. And all the governments and legislations have to have, and the parliaments to have legislative steps to adopt good policies of disarmament for development and to overcome the policies to endanger current and future generations. And how can we do it? By exposing the drivers of military expenditure. What are they? Rogue traders, arms brokers, corporate and government lobbyists, military industrial complex, Pentagon, CIA, MI5, defense departments. We should expose, and also we should expose the double rhetoric of military generals and leaders and government officials who are talking of bringing peace in the world while preparing for war and creating artificial fear in countries for generating demand for hardware, military hardware. Let me just quote what the former French Prime Minister said. He said, Perry Mesmer, there are military secrets that translate into budgetary silences. Nowhere will you find within the military budget the possibility of precisely calculating atomic weaponry. We did this on purpose. Let me go to Neil Ferguson, which recently said at the Aspen Ideas Festival 2010 that American empire can suddenly collapse, like this former Soviet Union, the Roman Empire collapsed quickly, and the tipping point is often when the cost of servicing an empire's debt is larger than the cost of its defense budget. That has not been the cause as yet, but it can be in the next few years in American history. So we also need to pinpoint scandal of international trade, of giving aid in return of lucrative contracts or buying arms. You buy arms, we'll build a dam in your country, and military hardware. And of course, there are the resource wars for plundering oil, scarce resources like diamond, cobalt from poor countries. And also we need to explore how wars are continued for the sake of artificial growth, as has been said during the Roosevelt, that he asked the GM Motors to shut down the plants for making cars, but make tanks. So and probably the American administration is trying to go to war in Iran to do the same thing what has been done in the Roosevelt times. So we need to expose that, the artificial growth of the economy and who benefits? The elites to the tune of trillions of dollars. So all we have to do is promote this strategy of disarmament and demilitarization, which will free up the global resources to be directed at economic, political, cultural development. So what we need to do with global vision and the wider peace movement, we should work to expose the hideous, continually increasing military expenditure throughout the world. Just imagine billions of dollars saving it can achieve, closing the gap between the rich and the poor, eliminating civil wars and ethnic conflicts, fixing the financial and environmental crisis. And this is what I'm going to say has been said time and again by speakers. What defines us is our humanity. Let no leader destroy the sacred gift of life on this planet. It is too precious. And let me finish with a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. He said, and I quote, "A nation that continues year after year continues to spend more money on military defense than on programs of social uplift is approaching spiritual doom." Thank you.